Source says get ready to go viral. I just had this reading on my TikTok. So if you don't follow me there, and or if you, even if you do and you're finding it here, like, just know that this is not a coincidence. This is a very pointed message, and it will reach exactly who it's meant to. For me, virality does not mean social media. It can. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but there are more meanings, and my meaning is contagious. Source fed me that, and I said, ooh, yup. Your energy is becoming so contagious. Let's see what's coming out here with the cards. I feel like there's a couple messages that Source has for you. If you're here, collective, if you're here, my beautiful spiritual community, if you're here, my soul family. My name is Becoming Kate. Kate. You can call me Kate. Welcome to my little piece of the internet. Trauma is our first card. She says take one off the top of the smaller deck. And self-love. Has that been a trauma for you? Is self-love trauma? For a lot of you guys, that has been a trigger, is self-love in different ways. And it comes out, you know, through your relationships with other people. It comes out through your relationship with yourself. It comes out with how you treat yourself. And you know how they say, however your mind works, however you treat yourself internally is how things appear externally, right? So if you're always thinking like in the future or in the past, you're always feeling rushed, you're always talking down to yourself, saying negative things about others, you're feeling, you know, judgmental about yourself and about others. You're judging your situation. You feel like everything's go, 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 like it's the same old rat race, you know, all that. If any of those things apply, maybe you're not liking yourself. All these, you know, there's lots of different layers to this and how this could go. But the mind reflects into your current reality. So you have to be really strict with yourself. And Source is saying this is a discipline, a practice, something that has to be consistent for it to show results. And she's like, the reason I have you show consistency is so that it sticks and that it doesn't leave you and it's not fleeting. And she said a lot of the times, like, you may get upset with her or upset with Source energy because it feels like there's an impatience or like there's this need to like have everything right now. And she's like, well, I don't give you everything right now because you wouldn't appreciate it. And that's just the facts. When you give a kid or anyone anything that they've wanted for, you know, just right off the bat, eventually it becomes a nothing. Just like a lot of things in your house. Maybe you wanted it really badly at the time, but then all of a sudden now it's just another object. It's just another thing. Or maybe when, you know how, like, another example is when you go like impulse buy. Right? You impulse buy something, like, I need this. You have the money for it, you buy it. And then like literally later that week, you're like, it's like on the floor. Okay. That's the vibe. Source is just telling you that number 33 could be significant as well, but, or 333 or threes in general, things coming in threes is what I'm hearing also for some of you guys. It was 313 on the clock there. So it's pretty significant. Source is saying also, like, start trying to manifest things in groups of threes. This is interesting. Kind of shifting gears here a little bit. But she's saying if you are able to attach yourself to like 3 outcomes, right? Manifesting things in threes, it will be a little bit easier for you. Can you tell us how, Source? How will it be a little easier for them? In what ways will it be easier for them? I'm seeing Cars. Cars the movie. Pixar as well. Whoa, that's a lot of cards. Okay, we're just gonna take that one there. I flipped that. She's saying take them all. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Okay, we'll start with this one. Do you see this? She's not playing around. 13 coming through. I feel like also something about brown. The color brown could be significant, or brown, brown eyes, brown hair, brown skin, brown something, or crayon color brown, wearing brown. Coming home. So why is this 13 coming through here with the coming home? I think when I relate it back to the self-love and the trauma, I feel like coming back home to your body, or coming back home and gaining confidence in your manifestations by doing things in groups of 3, I think is going to be helpful for you. And 3 is a number of alignment. So that's coming back home to, like, you know, your central self, like your truest self, your most honest self. It feels very like, I don't know why this made me think of like people hanging bulbs on a Christmas tree. So It could be like family activities or like doing things like even creating new family traditions is what I'm hearing, with your new family, or, you know, finding fountain family, but finding ways to come home to yourself at all times. And she's saying manifesting things in threes is going to show you that you can have that consistency, and that, you know, when you focus on like, okay, I want 1, 2, 3 things, and you're not thinking of a million things at once, it gives you this sort of confidence when those things start coming through and you're not getting distracted by external things. Kind of a lot of like spacey messages there, but I hope that they're resonating and I hope that they're coming through. Okay, next card, we've got Fending. I don't know why in my mind I'm thinking of fencing, even though this says fending, which is like a defense or like fending something off. Fending for yourself. Maybe a lot of your life you've had to fend for yourself. You've had to be someone who is constantly doing things on their own, figuring out on their own. Also, it probably feels very tiring to be in that position all the time, which is honestly a position of survival mode. And it kind of keeps you from coming home because maybe that's another thing. It's like maybe you're someone who didn't want to be at home, or you avoid home because of various situations in your life that have made home not feel like home. But source is saying like you're coming back to a space where home is going to feel like home, and the fending or needing to like fend something. I'm hearing like somebody like, yeah, it's very defensive energy. That need for that defensive protective energy is going to have to come down, or it is going to be coming down in a lot simpler and easier ways. It's going to feel a lot softer. This is also a 3. We've got 34. So 34 could be significant. Also, year 34 or the numbers 4 and 3, 43 could also be significant. Wow. The next card is Destiny. And then she's saying pick up the next one, which is Love. And then the next one, Soul. Wow. These all came together. Love that. So we've got 26, 44, and 27. So those could also be ages that are significant to you. I'm seeing like here with this Destiny card and the Love card, I feel like this is also leading you to, you know, when we're talking about self-love and like how that trauma kind of affects us, she's saying that this is leading you to not only loving yourself deeper, but also being able to have capacity to love others on a deeper level. Because when you love yourself at your deepest level, you have this relatability within you that allows you to love other people in a way you never have before, because you have an acceptance for them and you're not trying to change them or make them something that they aren't. You're just allowing them to be, and you're letting them live their life so that you can live your own. And your main concern becomes your love, your protection, yourself, your taking care of you, right? Becomes the center of your love. And with that, when you take care of yourself, you end up taking care of everyone else at the same time, because people are using you as an example. You become a blueprint of sorts, you know? So source is saying pay extra attention to like little synchronicities of how people are talking to you, because they're going to probably start to say like, wow, you really inspired me. Or they probably already said it, you know, I love that you're doing this A, B, and C because it really helps me to, does that make sense? Also, you'll just have more energy is what I'm hearing. You'll have more physical energy. If you're feeling low on energy, you'll have more physical energy because your soul will have gathered energy. See how this is like, she's like gathering energy from all these other places. Isn't that interesting? So I feel like your soul is like gathering energy. It's gathering all the energy from all these other things. It's calling the energy back to it. If you haven't done an energy call of your energy back to you and sent the energy that is not your own away, I would say maybe that's something you can do physically out loud. Like it needs to come out of your mouth. Your throat chakra needs to be activated so that it can free, right? Because this is the only open orifice of the chakras is the throat. So when you allow it to come out of there, it's coming out, right? And it has so much more power behind it, right? Let's see. The next one is persona. Wow. And needs. This has to do to me, this is immediately talking about some sort of masking or like covering up or like having to feel like you need to be something else or something that you're not. I feel like at some point in your life, maybe that's something what that self-love was talking about in the beginning. That was a part of it, is like feeling that people weren't in love or in like with the real you. And so that made you not in love or in like with the real you. And the reason they weren't in love or in like with the real you, and they end up liking this masked version of you, is because that met their needs at the time, right? That masked version was meeting their needs. But the thing is, you weren't meeting your own. You weren't meeting your own needs. And when you weren't meeting your own needs, that led you again to this lack of self-love, this lack of like wanting to entertain anything that you wanted to do, is what I'm hearing. Like you really put aside a lot of your wants and desires because of other people, for the sake of their happiness. And this is not how Source designed your life to be. This was a human choice, right? So Source is saying we're claiming that, we're taking that back. We're claiming the things that we need and bringing them back to us, and paying really deep attention to our needs and telling people what we need, so that it's a more of an equal opportunity exchange versus like just giving all the time. And one thing I heard that I'm bringing up, and I heard it on I can't remember the creator's name, but I heard it on a TikTok, is somebody said that as an empath, which you are, you need a protector. So finding relationships with protectors versus takers, okay? People who are going to protect your energy, because you are constantly giving all the time. You literally, some of your soul energy goes out to other people. Like as much as this is coming into you, it's still releasing at the same time, because that's a part of your work, right? A part of who you are. So when that happens, like you need someone when you're depleted or when you need to recharge, like it needs to be someone there to kind of like help pour into you, to help build you back up. So that's kind of what you're coming into as well. It's just saying take one off the top of this little deck. I'm going to take one off. Karmic relationships. Yeah. So that could be very significant for you. It's like you could have gone through very serious karmic relationships, and now you're coming into karmic relationships that actually are positive, that feed you, versus the ones that take away from you. Okay. Last card. Last card. I love this reading. This is so powerful, because these are the kind of things that like we need to hear in order to get ourselves like moving, you know, get us going, get us in the right direction, to make us feel powerful and like bring us up and build us up, so that we know like, okay, this is how I'm attacking this day. Community, literally, as I say that, can't even make it up. Can't even make it up, along with time. Now, these two are a bit unrelated. So, I mean, everything is related, but in this reading, they're a little unrelated. The community aspect is talking about what we were talking about before. So this is just more of a confirmation card, finding your people, finding your soul fam. We all right here. We love you. Okay. So make sure you communicate with people in the comments, because you'd be surprised how many friends you can make. It's very successful. We've been through it. We tried it, right? Previous soul fam, you know, Drew. Time. Source is saying, this is the last message, and this is a very powerful one. She's saying that time is relative, babes. Time is non-existent. We only are the ones, humans, who put restrictions on time. We are the ones who created time, because we say that time exists, time as a thing, but really the only thing that exists is the present moment. We also give too much real estate to the future and to the past. The reason we do that is because we've been through this experience. We've experienced that, or we are so hopeful for that this new beginning, or what's ahead of us, or trying to push ourselves way far ahead and project what is going to come. And you know what happens in the future and the past? They fight, right? They fight, because neither is the ruler, neither is the one that's actually happening right now, but they want to be legitimate. So they fight. They both want to be a part of this current timeline, but they are not. It just doesn't exist, right? So with this, Source is saying, stop giving so much real estate to the past and the future. Treat every moment as if it is new, every experience as if it is new. You are someone who constantly looks at their past or looks into their future for answers. And she's like, what is the present moment right now telling you? Do you have any information based on the present moment? Because that's going to help you. If you're looking for clues in the present moment, that is what is going to help you to accelerate and move into those amazing future things, or the desires and the wants and the needs and all the beautiful things. She's saying, get out of the past and get out of the future and focus on the now. And I can lead you there quicker. You want things to happen faster, in faster time. That impatience factor, we are eliminating it. Okay. We are eliminating it by not giving the past or the future so much space in our mind. Got it? I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's the final message. Source, are there any final cards that you want to say? Yes. Okay. Which deck would you like me to use? That one? Okay, I'm going to use this little mini one I've been using. It's so cute. It only has like 13 cards, but they're very cute. Very powerful. Oh, got our one. Release desire to control. I tell you guys every single time, Source never ceases to amaze me, and she never, ever, ever allows me to think that this stuff is not magical. Because look, release desire to control. What were we just talking about? I love you, Soul Fam. Until next time, take care. Please like, comment, and subscribe to all the things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, please join me on TikTok and Instagram. The link is in my bio. See you.